Hello and welcome to a new lesson for English learners in grade 8. My name is Sanja Božinović and I will be your English teacher. Our today's lesson is Look Back to Look Ahead. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to talk and to write about your experience of learning English. For this lesson, you need a device with a reliable internet connection, a QR code scanner, and your notebook and a pencil. If you have all you need for today's lesson, let's start. It's time for reflection. What does it mean to you to learn English? What have you learned so far? Pause this video and think about your experience of learning English. Look back to look ahead. What have you learned? When you think about learning English, what does it mean to you? You can create a mind map of your learning. When you think of your learning, you first think of how much you understand when you read or listen in English. Then about how you can talk to people, you can write. Then you remember that you have learned about different cultures. What cultures? And then there are other things that you have learned in English. What have you learned in English? You can name your mind map My Learning English Mind Map. You can make it on a piece of paper in your notebook, but you can also use one of the tools that you can see mentioned on this slide, like for example mindmeister.com or Koggle.it or Poplet.com. You can pause this video and make your mind map on the paper or a digital mind map. Think about some challenges and some accomplishments in learning English. Think about what you struggle with. What did you struggle with at the beginning? What do you struggle with now? What is difficult for you? And do you understand why? What did you learn from your challenges? How can you improve? Who can help you? How? When? What are you good at when you think about learning English? What were you good at before when you first started? What are you good at now? What were your best moments? And how do you feel about your success? What are you proud of? And what are you going to do to improve further? You can write your answers into your notebook and you can add some information to your mind map. You can complete your mind map with your challenges and your accomplishments. Then you are ready to go on with this lesson. You can explore opportunities for learning English in the future. You can set goals. Setting goals is important in all of 4 skills. Goals for your listening skill, reading, speaking and writing. Then you can set goals to improve learning about other cultures, and you can set goals to improve using English to learn other subjects. Do you know how? What are you most excited about the coming year? Make some notes and add some information to your mind map. It is important to improve your listening skills. If you spin the wheel that you can see on the left-hand side of this slide, bit.ly/listening wheel, you can choose one by one some opportunities to improve your listening skills. Some of them are listen to an audiobook, listen to some poetry, listen to podcasts, and listen to some lyrics. Why don't you also try some of the pages that help learners improve their listening skills? Some of them are lyricstraining.com, or the audio library LibriVox, or some of the pages with materials for English learners like Learn English by British Council. You can work on improving your reading and listening skills not only during the school year at school with your teacher, but also during the holidays. Why don't you make your own reading and listening plan for the summer? You can use some of the pages that you can see mentioned on this slide, on the right-hand side of this slide. You can visit some of the pages, find the interesting materials they contain, and continue reading, listening, improving your skills during the summer. There is a video about the importance of reading. Please pause this lesson and watch the video. Copy the link bit.ly/whyiread3 into your browser and you will access the video. While you are watching the video, find one statement that you agree with. Please write it into your notebook. It is also very important to work on your writing. It can be creative writing, it can be blogging, it can be writing a diary. You decide what works for you, but it is important to write. Practice writing skills in English. Use writing to express your opinions and to express your feelings. It's important to speak English too. It can be in a face-to-face communication or it can be in a virtual communication. But keep on speaking, using English to communicate with people. Did you know that English is spoken all over the world? People speak English not because it's their mother tongue, because they're native speakers, or because they learn English at school. They speak English as a lingua franca, which means they communicate in English with native and non-native speakers. They use English as a means of communication. You can do it too. You have been learning, and now show what you know. Show what you know and you will feel good about your learning English. Spin this wheel and choose an activity. To access the wheel, copy the link that you can see on this slide, bit.ly/quizwheel8. Copy it into your browser and choose one by one as many activities as you want. These activities are to show how much you have learned. You can choose to say your favorite quotation in English, or to read aloud, or to present, or to sing, to watch a video and write a summary, to watch a video and explain what it is about in a few sentences. When you go through all these activities, you will show how much you have improved all your language skills. The main task in this lesson is to speak about your experience of learning English. It's a 1-minute talk. You can use your notes from the mind map from your notebook. Organize your talk and then practice saying it aloud until you are happy with it. When you are happy with it, record it and share it with your classmates and your teacher. This checklist will help you. Have you prepared a 1-minute talk? Have you organized your talk into an introduction, the body of the talk, and the conclusion? Have you talked about learning English and mentioned both your accomplishments and your challenges? And have you added the part about your plans for the future? Have you used your notes from this lesson to prepare the talk? Are your sentences full sentences and all the words pronounced correctly? Have you spoken loudly and clearly? If all your answers are yes, you're ready to share your talk to share your recording with your classmates and your teacher. You can also write about your experience of learning English. Why don't you write a letter to yourself in the future? Write about everything we talked about in this lesson. And then send your letter to yourself. You can use the page futureme.org and it will help you send a letter to yourself in the future. In this lesson, you have thought about your experience of learning English. You have created a 1-minute talk. You have written a letter to yourself in the future. And now it's time for a short message to your classmates, to people you have learned English and much more with. Write a short message to your classmates and don't forget to share it. The last activity in today's lesson is your exit card. Think about today's lesson. What have you learned? Write your notes into your notebook. How do you feel about today's lesson, about your experience of learning? What action steps will you take now? When you finish writing your notes, this is the end of today's lesson. Goodbye until our next lesson.